Hello everybody, welcome back to King Blaine here again. Obviously, playing some Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. We're gonna figure out what nation we're playing right now. Got it, it's France. So let's hop into some France. I usually spin the wheel off camera, but yeah, whatever. Got a headache today, guys. Pretty bad one. Alright, load, you bastard. Yeah, should have done the wheel and loaded into the game off camera. That's my bad. I won't do it again. Okay, we were in a fight apparently. I did not remember that. I did spin. It did ding. Your first message dinged. Then the other ones didn't. And yes, we got France. Yeah, it dings. Sometimes. There's a time limit between dings. So, yeah. Nothing I can do about that. The time limit over yet? No. I know we got one ding. But I know it works because I tested it way before the stream started. So I know it works. And I did hear one ding while we were loading. Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like Egypt. I can't remember what we were doing because we've had Japan on the wheel nonstop. I cannot remember for the life of me where we are. There's the ding. I heard that message. Man, that timer is longer than I remember. I wonder if the update made the timers longer. Streamlabs did update. But yeah, there was a ding that time. Yeah, we'll need to check the tech after the battles. I have no idea where we're at. Oh, now I know. Okay, we need to mix all of the cruisers into one. Lights into one. Yeah, these are your scout ships on this one. Seeing as how our destroyers are starting to get smoked repeatedly in our Japanese campaign, using a light cruiser on the France, and I made the scout for the Chinese, but I still use a light cruiser. I think that's going to help a lot in the later game. I know, that's what I'm saying. Us using the light cruisers as scouts instead, the ones you made. I think it was a very good idea. Want all of them torpedo boats dead. Fucking turn! That one's gonna hit. I've never told you I hate you destroyers and your torpedoes. I'm pretty sure I have. A great many a times. Pretty sure I have a great many a times. Oh, that's a lot of torps. Oh, looks like we only ate 2 of them, though. That's good. That lets me know that all these light cruisers are packing several torps. Like you to a person, they go fuck yourself, light cruisers. Enemy light cruisers, I should specify. Broadside with my battleships. Not the smartest idea. Wait, torp. I think you sent my light crew up to fight on their own in the Black Sea. Alright. He gets away, you're all court-martialed. Yeah. Yeah, come on, circle back, finish your job on this guy quick. You know, nicotine helps with headache really, really good, really, really well. Nicotine helps really, really good. All 12 enemy ships sunk. Well, your ships aren't up at the Black Sea right now. What are we doing? Rangefinders. What are we doing? What are we doing? Now, this is your Iron Bastion ones. We were fighting in the Black Sea. I forgot we're not at war anymore. These are just conquest missions. They're minor nations that we're taking. We're not at war with anybody right now. We're just going on a conquest. Little trip. Collection mission, so to speak. Like the British did with all the colonies. Yeah, it looks like we last updated all of our ships. Uh, five 5 years ago for almost everything except for the Olympias. The Olympias we did 3 years ago. So yeah, we're probably just waiting on tech, which we'll get modern armor in 17 months. A couple of times we'll have these two provinces. These are one of your ships, the Absence. Those vehicle associates. Those are both medical bills. I don't care. Fucking shred them later. Money for medical bills. Go. Now we're taking southern Egypt as well. Yeah, that's what I'm noticing. It updated, and I think it's longer now. Big guns though are Mark IV 12 inches. Current mechanisms is naval gun barrel length. Quality control. And tube powder 2. They definitely have a longer delay than normal. I'll have to see if I can figure out how to reduce the delay. Heavy cruisers. Oh. Versus your new heavy cruisers and your light cruisers, both of them. You've got 2 sets of your ships in here this time. I got a nasty splinter at the mill today. It went into my fucking hand about half an inch. Big, long piece of wood that just came to a fine point at the end. Took a few minutes to get it out. Tip broke off while we were trying to get it out. Let's see. You guys are the battle line. Go into division. You guys go into there. You guys go into those. Are all the right ships? What about these? You are not. Detach. Make you 2. You to the 4. We'll move you to the I'm confusing myself here. You join the 1. All 3 of you guys join the 6. You join that. Join that. Alright. You guys need to speed up. They saw us first. Scouts over there. used quad 8s on these. Pause for a second. Corps are on the way. Hopefully your ships can stop before you run into it. Look at you, destroyers. I did not mean to send like goose up against the 11s like that. Did eat that one though. Come on, sink it. Alright, where's everybody at? Why are none of you sinking this guy? Thank you for getting rid of the bot, Judge. I wonder what that bot said. Because I have a lot of the things they say on the banned list at this point. Like, I have cheap viewers on the automatic block. I have that stream site they always recommend on the automatic block. Judge does a good job. I may not know he's here half the time thanks to lurk mode. but he does do a good job. He does it just out of the kindness of his heart. I couldn't complain if I wanted to. Shouldn't have been blocking as much as they did. Somebody over there. Somebody over there. Found you. Little bastard. Right now we miss an awful lot of shots. Even with the accuracy bonus better than others. It's because they're so hurt. Before, only your scouts can catch them. Now they've taken so much damage that it don't matter what's knocking them down. There we go. No way lives. Egypt's Navy. Akade Egypt in the Navy. Odd. Don't forget, tomorrow is a co-op day. I'm streaming with Chris, and we're probably gonna be playing Dark Tide. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but I don't get to play with him very often. Although we may do Desolate if he's got it fixed. He said he'll let me know. I ain't sure what we'll be playing. I imagine it'll be Dark Tide. .12-inch guns. Uh, Western Turkey. Okay. You are the battleships. You go back here. You're the armored cruiser twos. Where did I leave? Where'd you guys come from? Burgess. You guys back to Burgess. 4 more turns till they're done. 5 more till they're done. Then we'll move on to the next minor ally, which will be Brazil. We'll start taking their stuff. Do I have any ships up here right now? Well, that in our Japanese campaign, we just have a lot of ships. To be fair, our French campaign has a lot of ships. You know what? Sure, you guys. Let's see if you can take Northern Colombia. I have faith in you little guys. Don't prove me wrong. I don't have a battleship around here. Nothing my light cruiser wants. It came from somewhere I no longer own. You guys go get back here. Before I had a fleet of battleships over here somewhere. When I get the next army, yeah, probably. I think it's enough ships there. Or enough tonnage, I should say. It's not the ship problem. We'll send the light cruise. Well, no. No, we'll send something else over there. Got one around here somewhere. Oh, I have one somewhere here. Oh, let's just find it the old-fashioned way. Oh yeah, I was getting ready to go to war with China. Right now, so most of my battleships are up here in China. And I just started doing all these conquests instead. Oh, still, send the battleships up here. These ones at least. I got everything set up to take China. That's what I was doing. Why I had these down here. You guys actually move back. I was getting ready to war with China. Remember where we're at now. China's big. They paid me off with the big money. China and the US are the big bag in this series, I believe. Japan. Japan's also pretty big. The US and Japan teamed up and took over most of England. See. Technically I am the biggest and the baddest. I own the most provinces and the most land. Armor is 10 months away. We also get bigger heavy cruisers soon. Technically, I'm the biggest and the baddest by a long shot because I've taken a lot of everybody's technology. But fleet wise, the United States has a massive fleet. Austro-Hungary has a massive fleet. That's not weird. That's not normal. Italy has a pretty good fleet. Japan, despite owning a good amount of land, has lost most of their fleet because they went to war with Spain and Germany. Uh, Empire, German Empire. Uh, yeah, they got fucked up. So it looks like Japan and Germany tore each other apart, and they were both at war with Spain too. Spain's at war with like everybody. Spain has no fleet. Spain has literally no fleet, and they only have one province left. So Spain's about to get wiped off the map. The Brits still have a lot of land, but it's all small land. I'd say that they've got Austria or Austro or no Australia, not Austria or Austro-Hungary. They've got Australia stuff still. Damn. Yeah, lighter armor in 8. Yep. The Republic of China got hammered by the United States and is still at war with the US. In which the US is actively taking their shit. Well, us going to war with China probably won't do much. It's gonna come down to me versus the US probably. Or Austro-Hungary, which owns a lot of shit. Weird. I guess I'll just keep hammering minor nations then. Egypt doesn't have any ports left. Uh, I've got turbo electric. I've got double geared. Can't remember what's next. I think next is either diesel or something else. I can't remember. I know it ain't gas. Gas is a while away. I think next is diesel, which is useless to both me and you, unfortunately. I see an Ottoman port right there. I need to go take. You guys just need to go into a port. You guys need to do the same. And we're gonna take that from the Ottomans. And like I said, we're gonna work on Brazil. Try and wipe the Ottomans out here. Try. Modern destroyer leader. Let's go look at what that looks like. Getting kind of thirsty here. I know that, but I've never seen one just called that. Might have. Here's a modern destroyer standard that we saw before. And then here's the leader, the slightly bigger version. I say slightly, but these have a max tonnage of 2,550. This has a max tonnage of 3,950. They're a decent bit larger. Oh well. Yes, the next armor is modern one. Armor forging, which means 2 more months we get the better armor. And the Ottomans, I think, are gone. I think all they have left is all they have left is this territory. Egypt is completely gone. Ottomans, they have a port somewhere. I'm just not sure where. Actually, wait, no, we took it this turn. So yeah, next turn the Ottomans should disappear. Oh yeah, it was only after World War II that stuff started to get other nations ahead. Yeah. Egypt is gone. That minor nation is gone forever. So next Ottomans, they should disappear next turn because we took their last port. Alright, would like to take some Brazil stuff. Ottomans are trying to attack out, but I think that attack will get cancelled automatically here in a second. Because they lost their last port. No, they're still trying to take it. Well, we'll keep some ships right over here then, in case they do take it. Two more months. Specialty machine, that's advanced propellers. Turret mechanisms. That is fully automatic reload. Oh, that just makes you happy, doesn't it? Big guns is Mark III 15-inch. Small guns is Mark IV 6-inch. Explosives is something I don't care about. Gun layout is bulkheads. Internals are through salvage. Hull protection is the last level of torpedo protection, which means they'll just start giving us buffs from now on. Let's see, auto loader is 1927. No, we're actually a year late. We are a year late. Armor quality, we are about 10 years early, yeah. Basically, the things that we have focused on since 1890, armor quality, armor forging, we are about 10 years ahead on. Downsides. Everything else, we are a couple of years behind on. Small guns, we're really far behind on. That was a 1923 tech, and it's 28. Useful, let's see. None of our ships use 15-inch guns. My light cruiser ones don't use. Never mind. Armored cruiser ones, those use the 6-inch. So that is useful. Light cruiser twos are 7s. But nothing uses 15s, so only one set of ships uses 6, and that's one of mine. My armored cruiser ones. Tired again. Possibly. Possibly. They'll make a decision. Fully automatic gun reload, though, that's your stuff. And it's only 2 more months. Why not? Yeah, I might as well. Your ships have they have 13s, yeah. Yeah, without my glasses on, trying to read through that list is a little hard. Numbers are very small. Prints very small, but yeah, 15-inch is what we just got there. Might be. Damn. We're gonna have you go over here and help. As soon as we lose this province, we are taking it back. Yes, they probably could, yeah. Alright. Who's fighting over Heligoland? And Germany got it back from somebody. Now, China doesn't really have any navy to fight back, so this should just hopefully be a steamroll and then right into our refits. They got a little bit of a navy, but not a lot. Allies are the Netherlands. Alright, first, take Hong Kong. We'll take Hong Kong. We'll take everything else. That's a nice fancy battle cruiser you got there. It'd be a shame if I sunk it. That'd be a real shame. I know you said that they could lose it 2 turrets earlier. Port part. Fort fake. All aboard the fort fart. Fort fart. Oh. You guys gonna miss all of the big things. How y'all gonna do that? Its secondaries are mostly 4-2s, some 3s, some 3-2. 3-2 double turrets, and then torps. Whole lot of torps. Take into effect that is plus 45% armor. So that means this ship's only got like compound armor on it. And almost all of its shit is forward facing. All of its guns, all of its casemates, it's all forward facing except for these two small 3-2s. No, it is not even Krupp 1. I believe that's compound. The scouts don't have to safely close in from behind. They're shredding it from 6 kilometers away with 7.9s because the 7.9s at this range. What was the range? 6.7. Yeah, we have between 21 and 16.8 inches of armor. At 9.4, they really only have like, I don't know, 13 inches. That's on the main belt. And their aft belt's about the same. So you don't even have to get closer, you're just penning. Stop here left us open to the hit. I hit once because I stopped. Right there, it took out our rudder. It was easier to go broadside and just end it than it was to just keep going. China have any allies? Yes, they have one. One ally. I want you guys to go right over here and take their ally. It should be everything needed for refits. Because, yeah, diesel engine sucks. That's not good for us. Yeah, we'll go ahead and jump into the refits, I guess. Same rule as I made last time on the other stream. I'm no longer working on your ship unless you're in the stream. It's a diesel engine. I looked at it. Sucks. I mean, it's good for getting top speed and stuff, but it's not good for anything else for us. I use the turbo electric for all the benefits of staying afloat. Alright. I will start with my ironclad. Didn't we get 12-inch guns? The new mark? Oh. No. Just remove the front ones, please. Well, that's better than losing all of them. You know what? I can replace them with quad turrets. I won't have the same amount of barrels still, but I'll still have a lot. Darn. I think it was the 12s that we got. Yeah, Mark 412. Thinking here. I am thinking. And I think to myself, what a wonderful day. Base dudes. We'll go to Team Powder 2 and Team P4. Yeah, I'm doing some thinking in my head. That's 34% accuracy. It's a lot of accuracy hit. What about if I use the 12s? What about if I use the 12s? Increase their diameter. 28 and 32. What do I get right now? I get 34 and 38. Worth it. I think I'll just keep the triples for now. And the quads are nice, and they're only going to get better. But the accuracy hit right now in the moment is pretty damn rough. Feels even rough for my threes here. from 49.56 to 36.41. I'm just still thinking here. I'm thinking about losing my fives and going to fours. Same as everything else, a weird turret that's gonna be a pain in the ass to work out with. Like they look like these. That's it. Fours, threes, and seven and eight have different model. That's only because seven and eight are only Mark III right now. What was the pen difference here? 14 and 2.6. That's 5.2 inches of penetration loss. Yeah, I think I'll just keep what I have. We are to the point though where I need to switch everything over to stereoscopic. Don't let me forget to do that for every ship. Same with torpedo and aux engine. I think that's it. So everything else can go into the belt. Huh. Really? Huh. So these ironclads have a really high cap for how much belt armor you can put on them. Oh, it ain't a glitch. Some ships just have a high cap. Especially ironclads, like my Chinese ironclads, they can get like 22 inches. The reason why they're able to have such a high cap on their armor is because they expect you to use the starting armor on them. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Are they light enough? They are. Oh boy. Oh, they're only about 300 tons. Big. So we change out both turrets, that'll only be 600 tons. What about if we switch to just 12 triples like what I have right now? 12 triples. Same amount of armor that I have right now. 1442. That is 700 tons lighter a turret. That's 1400 tons. We do that. It does more than get me close. It's what I'm gonna do. If they fit. I forgot the turrets weren't fitting on here. Because they're so wide. But a fucking, you know, game, you just like to piss me off. Center line. It's it's just too wide. The Mark IV turrets have such a wide base. Whereas these things, the top of the turret's wide, but the base is small. I can't get them to fit on this little platform. It should still fit no problem on the back platform, but would that work? I think I got more bets on this shit. Now let me place, unfortunately. If I could put this right here and fix all my problems. At 13-inch duels would give me enough. But if we're going duels, I could probably. Yeah, if we go duels, I could just go up to 14s. Still have the tonnage. I guess we'll go to 14s. Let's see if we try and round that off with this 30. No, yeah, it's still a lot. I know that. I'm just thinking to myself again. I know tube 1. I don't want to use tube 1. I want to use tube 2 because of the flash fire protection. These these ships have a high flash fire chance. Tube 1, that puts that chance at 15. Tube 2, it's down to 10. If I use TNT 2, I can get it down to 5. But I want to use TNT 4. But yeah, these ironclads have a high flash fire chance. So I'm trying not to use tube 1. Yeah, it doesn't give a lot either. How many reloading I can get rid of? I wanted to use base fuse. About simplistic. Yeah, fucking bot again. We'll drop that to 25. 520. Forward. So that gets us where we want. I just had to do some thinking. I don't like thinking. I don't like thinking at all. There we go. The problem is how little pen the forage has. It would only have 7.2 inches of pen at point blank. Even these don't have great pen anymore. They don't have great pen because we got rid of capped 2. Or it would be 20 pen. See, this is. I know. This is where I wish I could pick what ammo my secondaries fired and what ammo my mains fired. Because I want my secondary guns, all of them to fire capped 2. I only want my main guns to be this SAP BC. That's not an option. There's no way to do that. Which sucks. No. No. It's only 1928, not even close. The final form of this refit will have 3 main guns again. They will probably only be doubles, not triples or quads. But it will have 3 guns again. And will probably be, they'll probably be 16 or 17 in size. Probably 17. But yeah, it's not even close to the final form. Yeah, final form will have 3 guns again. It won't have the weight for quads, so they will be doubles. Yeah, I can't think of anything else I can do here without fucking something else up. So yeah, that ship is done. Armor did increase a lot, but not nearly as much as they could have. I mean, I could have gone to single barrel 17-inch guns, and I could have gotten a 33 on. I did think about it, but decided not to. This one's about to refit into a pain in the ass too, though. All that coming. I want a bunch of my 5s. Fill the 5s with 3s. Quads. May have an accuracy penalty here, but whatever. That's good. Semi, that's base. Nose, actually. I want powder 2, TNT 4. Stereoscopic. We want 20, 15, 15, 4, and a 1-inch belt. Just like the other one, we're just going to go up to 14 doubles. Good news is I know how to refit all of these because they're all going to refit just about the same. Right. Yep. That's done. Yeah, the first of the series is always the hardest to work on. But then once I have a design planned out, I can get through the other ones quickly. This one's going to do the same thing. It's going to lose a lot of its turrets because they're not going to fit in the holsters anymore. I'm just going to replace them with 3.9s because they're the only turrets I have that are small. I did the rangefinder. I did the rangefinder. About 90% positive I did. Yeah, I switched it to stereoscopic. Make me question myself. Oh, you said remind you. I thought you were telling me I forgot again. No, I do appreciate the reminder. This one did not lose a lot of its gun. The fact I can only put a single barrel turret right there pisses me off immensely. They might, but I've got a design plan set up for the other now. I'm changing my ammunition and everything around on the other. .32. I knew they would all have about the same. This one just didn't lose as many of its 5-inch turrets. it doesn't want to sit. Right. That is done. I did, and I forgot to put any of that stuff on this one. Yeah, I forgot to do the armor upgrade. Delete that one. That refit's fucked. I got lost in the weeds with putting the new guns on and shit. Forgot to even do the armor, and that is the important one to do. Did I do that on this one too? This one I did everything right. Yeah, I got lost in the weeds with all the other stuff. I know why. It's because I haven't had enough to drink. I haven't had a beer the whole stream. That's my problem. Okay. Beer. All right. I might. With this one being that much lighter, I have an interesting idea. Alright, Oxford down. Let's get the armor on first, so I have an idea of the weight I'm actually working with, and not an overestimate or overestimation. Estimation. think I can fit. No, because 16s I have to push the turrets out far enough. What about 15? Whoa. Yes, they all do. They all varied by like an inch. The first one, since it's the oldest ship, it had 33.1 max. The Mark II had 31 point something. This one has 32.4. Since they're all different shapes and sizes, but more like different cutouts, what I mean. They had a slightly different max amount, but they were all about the same. But I've been putting 15, 15, 20 on all of them. Can't do 15s either, because I have to push that turret out so far. I could have done like 16 or 17s. I think 16s. If I wouldn't have had to push the turret out to this second platform. You gotta remember the accuracy penalty. These have 33 and 35. Quad 11s only have 26 and 28 accuracy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna close in with my ships of 15 knots. It's like a geriatric man with a fucking walker. When I get to you, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. As he starts to hobble over to you. Oh no, I know. I'm just picturing a hilarious scene in my head now. My ships are all geriatrics. That's why they were built in 1890. But you try and run away from us, and we pull out a fucking 357 Magnum or a fucking shit. What's it called? What was it? What was it called? The Colt Walker. Yeah. Pull out a fucking Colt Walker revolver. Uh, I believe so. I've always wanted a Colt Walker, an 1847 Colt Walker. I mean, it's an almost 5 power handgun, or 5 pound handgun with a 9-inch barrel. But it was built to take down the enemy charging soldiers' horses. I've always wanted that handgun. I will take it exploding in my hand. But as far as I know, it didn't have a problem with them exploding. It had a weak loading lever. So it would drop and lock the gun after firing. And then when you were trying to fix it, it would explode. It is a revolver. Don't get me wrong. But I think you're talking about a different one. What was revolver? No, it was the 1847. But it wasn't really the cylinders that was the problem. In about 30% of the cases, it was a weak wrought iron or weak wrought iron. But the biggest problem was the inconsistent 1840s powder. The powder just wasn't ever right. Plus, the bullet was often loaded backwards, which increased chamber pressure. But yeah, it was the powder. Nope, you weren't wrong, but you weren't right either. It wasn't that the Yep. And that was the biggest flaw that caused it to explode in the chamber was people loading it backwards. But still, it was also just a problem with inconsistent powder, and in about 30 of the cases, it was just weak wrought iron. That's what the revolver was made out of, was wrought iron. I don't know, I love black powder. I've I've fought a fair I have shot a fair few muzzleloaders in my life and black powder weapons, and I love them to bits. I'm doing the armor so I can go to the next ship. I know, we got sidetracked. Alright, 13. If we have anything extra, we start adding it to the belt. Our goal for these ships is to max out that 33, as well as get the structure to at least 5. Inner belt is not going to be probably possible. Alright. Even though I just had a cigarette. Yeah, I don't think I've said it in a while, but do as I say, not as I do, guys. You shouldn't smoke. It's bad for you. It's unhealthy. It's unhealthy for the ones around you. expensive. That's the one people listen to with the economy nowadays. It's expensive. But don't try to preach to me about not doing it because I enjoy my cigarettes. I don't smoke them for the nicotine. I genuinely just enjoy the taste of tobacco. That's why I smoke pipes and stuff too. Oh, I miss having my non-filtered. Yes, that was the largest of the ironclads. Okay, now this one, it's gonna lose all of its 5-inch guns. That sucks. Oh, it gets to keep one of them. Never mind. Let's get to keep one of them. Since it lost all of those fives, though, is a good bit lighter. Yeah, see, once you get into Battleship 1, not an ironclad, it gets 26. Instant drop in max armor. Still a lot of armor. Don't get me wrong there. Just not as much as the others. Topic. I would. You could do something pretty fun with that. Yep, ox, shaft, and armor, as well as stereoscopic, and the powders and the shells. And I've still got a little bit of weight left. So this one will get to keep the triples. Uh, yeah, actually, you know what? Let's just make it consistent with all my ships. Keep the consistency up. Plus, that'll let me fully max out the armor on this ship. Perfect. Towers. Yeah, it all looks good to me. Battleship 1 lays close to the same as Ironclad 3, but has a lot less max armor. But actually has more armor than all the Ironclads right now because it lost all of its 5-inch guns except for one. Now, these ships, for me and you, because you have a couple of ships like this, these are going to be a nightmare for both of us. Because none of our turrets are going to want to fit anywhere anymore. Me and you are both going to have these problems. I don't know how I'm going to fix that. Hope it's just remove a couple of guns and it fixes everything problem. Hope those. That's got to go to a smaller turret. All of these are automatically next in the queue. I can't get anything to fit here anymore. That sucks. Good semi. Nose views. 2, 4. Modern before I forget it. Barbette. Goblin. What guns can I? Oh my god. Look, this one goes back up in armor. 31.3 again. Might have to stay with triples on this one. I already did the ox shaft. No, I did the ox. I didn't do the shaft. Never mind. I clicked one and not the other. Can't go to 14. Can't go to 14. We'll go to quads. And we'll go up here and reduce our armor to 20. Man, it was quads are so heavy, it won't work either. If I can fit a 17. Hey. Okay, I can fit 17s, but I can't fit quads. Make that make sense to me. 17s are lighter than the quads. Okay, I can't fit a 79 though. I can fit the 17, but I can't fit the 6. You're a weird game. You know that you're weird. 15. Whatever, I guess we're doing 17/8s. Those fit for some weird reason. So this one just got really, really, really big guns. Once again, it won't let me put fucking barbarian out anywhere. Just go fuck yourself. I wish there was not fucking rules on these. Like, it gives it to you, but won't let you place it anywhere. But hey, it's got 17/8s. It's going to hit very, very, very hard. You motherfucking bot. Alright, give me 1 second here. I need here. You guys see what I'm doing here. Operation. Setting. Auto. "19 times since I did that one. Stream boo once. Tell me about it. Now, port, bot, bot. Bot, and alright, back to our regular scheduled program. This one was already tight on space. Looking at the front right now. I don't know what I'm about to do here. If anything. Oh, this had 12s. Yeah, this is losing its 12s. 12s don't fit no more. Ooh, 14-9 or 4-9s fit. Huh? What? See, now that's a bug. I have I have never I have never seen that. Do you know how many quad 4s I can put on here now? And it's only the quad mount that shrunk. Oh, that is hilarious. I have never seen a turret shrink. It gets bigger if I reduce the size. But the stats get worse. 98, 184. The weight goes up. The weight goes up, but the size goes down. I don't understand. My brain hurts. I I love this bug. I have never seen that. I have a lot of hours in this game now. But I've never played France this far either. I think so too, but I'm hoping I can fit, I don't know, like 17 now. Hoping to at least get like 14. 12 doubles aren't going to fit anymore either. Only all of our turrets shrunk. I get 13 going. No, there's 32. 4, 6, 8. No, 4, 8, 12, 16. Times that out of 2, 32. But yeah, 32 per side. So 64 quad 4 nines in total. Should have changed all of my ships to 4 9. Oh. Then yeah, there's 14 or 16 turrets in total. I count barrels. I have not, I don't think. I've got a lot of weight. I haven't done anything else. And I'm still light. I'm just going to get lighter. I don't know what to spend all my weight on. Already did those. Right handed forward. Which gives us more armor. Right, so we'll have to keep that in mind. For every ship. That 4 nines shrink. For some wonderfully glorious reason. Man, I could have put so many more 4 nines on this and the ironclads. The 4 9 only weighed half the weight of a 5. I could have put 2 down, 2 4 9 quads for the weight of one triple barrel 5. Damn. This ship I don't think is going to change much. This one's kind of set in stone where it's at already. Guns are gonna have to change, but in every ship. But this is the one where I was having trouble just fitting a gun on it. Mandatory, gotta try it. this is one that we're having trouble fitting ships on. Maybe I have to go and see what I can do weight wise. Before, this was my tank ship. The other ones were more normal. Whereas this one, it's always had stupid thick armor. Like, it had very few guns and very thick armor. That's what this ship's always had. Do I want to lose that much accuracy? The answer is no, because I can't. These turrets are too tall. We ain't got a lot of weight for range. We've got 25 tons. That is it. Armor is. I forgot about rangefinder. Bitch. Alright. All that stuff is done. No, forgot Barbette 5. Go. And now it's done. Oh shit, what time is it? It's called We Are Already Overtime. But I'll tell you what, I'll do the last battleship I have here. What we call it. Yeah, we went over. Great. Our magical Neoplurodot. No, our let's get our magical shrinking. And yes, this is a repeatable bug. It is on every ship. So it's just this Mark 449. Almost all of my light cruisers and heavy cruisers are like this too. So while I kind of do, I also don't really have the time. I'm already 20 minutes over. You are right. I would like to. Yep. Oh, plus I got P like a fucking racehorse. Just finished. That's the downside of all your guys' ships is that they are at the bottom of the list, not because of any special reason or anything. I go down the list from top to bottom. If most people weren't here for day one, ship one, most of the time the first few dozen ships are all mine. You weren't even here for a few of the campaign starts. I don't know if you were here for any of it. Now I think about it. Maybe one. Maybe one of them. That's why all your ships are always below mine. Most of the other people didn't start showing up either, but later. All that done. All this done.
Holy shit, 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 shit.
I would react with this many guns like this too. You know, I might be able to get more guns on here. In a second. Who am I to turn down more guns? They can get 3 more turrets on here. Once you get so many barrels on a ship, it starts to lag when you move stuff. We've got a lot of barrels on this ship.
Chat has important info.
Oop, let me read this. Is it? Is. Good catch. I did not notice that. I was too worried about adding more guns. Lost in sauce, dude. These 29? Alright, ship is done. I managed to add 4 more turrets. Got a lot of pew-pews that somehow got smaller while still having bigger ammo. Which is hilarious. It's just this hull. Like, look, even our citadel is in the aft section of this hull. So, like, even our weight balance. Well, I think the way 4 weight is calculated in this game is where your balance is relative to your citadel. So our ship is perfectly balanced almost. Down the middle, it's almost the same weight as it is in the front as the back. But our citadel is in the back, so this white line is in front of the citadel. That's why it's so heavy. If our white line was in the middle of the citadel, we would be better. So instead of being balanced like we are, you kind of want to play where your citadel's at. Like, a quick way for us to fix that would probably just be move our engine to the middle of the ship. It would move the citadel to the middle of the ship as well. And that should more or less fix our 4 weight, but not always. At the end of the day, the 4 weight offset's always been kind of buggy. Because as far as this is concerned, we're perfectly balanced. We are just ever so slightly heavier in the front, that just because there's 2 of these instead of only 1, like on the back. So this is dead center of our ship right here. This is the dead center. And yeah, we're a little bit above the front dead center of the ship. We ain't no 30%. It's always just been kind of buggy. But we're out of time. We're gonna have to leave it here. We'll finish this probably Friday or Thursday if the other guy leaves early. Depends on what he does. But I hope everyone has a good day, a good night, and a good life, and take it easy out there, y'all.